Yeah, and if we think about this moment in the country, the past year and a half, 2 years, some people have called it a racial reckoning. Do you think we're reckoning with race as a country in the way that we should be? And if not, what's missing from the conversation?
It's just a bunch of lip service and a bunch of reversals that have happened since 2020. You've gotten a bunch of like America. I'd say since 2020, America is essentially, I said this in my second special, just about how America is like this restaurant and black people are just, we just want better service. The managers come to the table. That's what 2020 was. 2020 was the manager finally coming to the table and going, "What's wrong? Oh, well, I can see you're upset about your service. That's unfortunate, and I'm sorry you feel that way." And they walked the hell off. I do think that there's been some degree of political progress, but acknowledging that there is an issue and going, "I see you and I hear you," and giving people a bunch of murals, but not giving them legislation. Did you really hear me? If there's no legislation on the books, were we really heard? If you got a bunch of gerrymandering happening out the yin yang, that's going to set up like this midterm about to be chaos, dog. And that will be the telltale of whether or not we were heard in 2020. I just don't, maybe I'm a pessimist, but when you have legislators taking COVID money and using it instead to put money into prisons, Alabama, my home state. No, I don't feel like there's this overarching feeling of collective progress. I'm sure there's pockets. I'm sure you could show me a couple of places that's got a referendum on the books and doing the right thing and caring about, but all of that. Ask the nurses if something's changed. Ask the school teacher. Like it still feels very politicized. This country is very, capitalistic and politicized, and in a way that I think stops a lot of progress from happening, not just on black issues, but just on a lot of issues across the board.